let's get into it, man. The top 50 greatest groups in hip hop history, a book that I did a decade ago. Let's get into it. Number 35, Heavy D and the Boys. Nothing but love. Heavy D and the Boys brought love and happiness to hip hop. Heavy D was the original overweight lover who was fun loving, the rapper that you couldn't hate. The rest of the group had dancers such as G Wiz, Trouble T. Roy. Eddie F was the DJ of the group. The group came out with their first album called Living Large in 1987. Hits off the album was Mr. Big Stuff, The Overweight Lovers in the House. Crossover hit Don't You Know helped establish the first album as a gold-selling hit. Now the next album that will be the group's breakthrough album was Big Time due to the production of the one and only Teddy Riley and Marley Marl. New Jack Swing was blossoming to full bloom. So Heavy D rode the wave with 3 top 10 songs like Somebody For Me, We Got Our Own Thing, and Girls They Love Me. The album would go certified platinum. Then 1991, Peaceful Journey came out, which went platinum with lead single Now That We Found Love. Then it's Good To You and Deposits Cut. Don't Curse. It was rare at that time to quote a song not glorifying profanity. That was the genius of Heavy D. And 3 years later, the group released Nothing But Love in 1994. The album went platinum. The second time the group had a record reach #1 on the R&B chart. The hits kept coming. The Black Coffee, the title track, Got Me Waiting. Overall, this group provided the dancing and positive vibes that was unusual in terms of having a big man like Heavy D move the way he did. That's why this group is one of the greatest groups in hip hop. That's why I put them at number 35 on the list. So I keep going. Heavy D and the Boys. They were hip hop pioneers. They championed feel good music. That's what they did. They pioneered the New Jack Swing era, the flagship group for Uptown Records. They had clever lyricism, danceable hits, positive vibes. Helped take the rap game into the mainstream without compromising their musical integrity. They pioneered the hip hop R&B crossover. Long before blending rap and R&B was the industry standard, Heavy D was singing, rapping, working alongside producers like Heavy D, working with producers like Teddy Riley to forge New Jack Swing. Now That We Found Love, We Got Our Own Thing, that was a party anthem. The foundation of Uptown Records. As the first group signed to Uptown Records, Heavy D and his partner Eddie F set the stage for the label's massive success. The group was instrumental in mentoring a young Sean Jiggy Combs, fundamentally altering the trajectory of the music industry. And then Heavy D had an impeccable ear for talent, so he helped elevate Pete Rock and Marley Marl. And their production style and their track record and their tracks proved that rap could be commercially successful and strictly sophisticated. Known as overweight lover who made party tracks. Heavy D actual rapping ability was top tier. He could hold his own on his live side, local titles of his era, curating mega collaborations like Don't Curse. So that's why they're the greatest of the greats on this list. Number 35 on my list, so that's it. For the top 50 greatest groups in hip hop. Make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. See 7 people tuned in to the content. I'm finished. I'm done. Be back with number 34 shortly on a countdown to the #1 the #1 greatest group in hip hop from this book that I did years ago. Until then, talk to you soon.